Hi guys. So this is one last talk before CAT 2020, the D-Day. Though I do not believe in all these last talks, I have been inundated with a barrage of questions. Uh, of course, many of my students many of you are freaking out. So I thought of coming out with this video anyway. Trust me, I do not have any final piece of advice when it comes to what you should do, what you should not do. Uh, just some quick pointers which come from my experience. I have been writing CAD for around 12, 13 years, not yet 12, 13 years now. So here is my 2 cents. Point number one, no more studies. Guys, do not study anymore. And when I say do not study, I mean no more revisions, no more workshops, no more mock tests. Absolutely not. I see many workshops, happening right now here and there. On many groups, links are posted. DI workshop, this workshop, that workshop. Look, if you have practiced enough in all these months, you're okay. You're good to go. One workshop is not going to add any value to your preparation really. And if you have not practiced, the same goes. The same holds true. It is not going to add much value to uh, you know your preparation. So no more studies, no more revision. Absolutely do not make the mistake of writing a mock test one day before CAT. Do not write a mock test one day before CAT. That's point number one. Keep the books aside until CAT gets over and you're preparing for ZAT, IFT, other, OMITs, other management entries tests. That's point number one. So just point number two, what to do? Spend your Saturday binge watching your favorite web series, Netflix and chill, basically. Guys, so that web series that you've always wanted to watch, but you postponed watching it because you were preparing for CAT. Saturday is the day to do so. A calm state of mind is absolutely necessary, and that is a tautological expression. I just realized it, a redundant expression, nonetheless. So a calm state of mind is absolutely necessary to perform at an optimum level. So just Netflix chill. Saturday should be spent binge watching your favorite show, okay, TV show, a web series, anything that you love doing. If it were not for the pandemic, I would suggest, I usually recommend that you go out with friends and have some fun, let your hair down. This is not obviously not the right time to do so. Point number three, no more exam talk. Stop posting questions on groups. Even my Telegram group, if you're part of that, do not post any questions. Do not ask about all these, do not seek score versus percentile predictions. How many questions should I attempt? If there are these many questions, what should be my approach? What should be my strategy? The time is over for all that. The time, trust me, the time is up. So do not post these questions. They are going to freak you out. And maintain social distance, but also maintain distance from stressed out candidates, people who are stressed out. Maintain distance. Do not try to calm them down. They are not, you're not going to help them. Rather, this disease is contagious. It will get to you. Do not do not be in any kind of interaction or contact with candidates who are stressed out. Let them be on their own. Do not act the good Samaritan here. So that's point number three or four, whatever. The next point number four, I think, get plenty of sleep Saturday night, at least 8 hours of sleep. That is absolutely necessary. Again, a tautological expression, necessary would do. It would suffice. Anyway, I want to emphasize it. So, uh, get plenty of sleep, 8 hours of sleep. Next, do not eat outside tomorrow. No, do not risk, getting your stomach getting your stomach upset. So uh, make sure that you take care of your body as well. Okay, it's very important. Next point, and this is Very important. Guys, just as you end watching this video, you finish watching, you're done with this video, read all the instructions on the admit card very carefully, very carefully, because this year they've asked you to take along gloves, water bottle, sanitizer, etc. So, in fact, pens also. So make sure that you read all the instructions on an admit card very carefully. Read them today, tonight itself, or whenever you are watching this video, right now. Also, uh, calculate the time. In fact, just know the time that it is going to take you to reach the test center from your place. So plan your departure well in advance. Uh, one little piece of advice here. Obviously, you're not going to be too late for the exam. Do not reach the test center late. Obviously, that is something that you already know. But in your anxiety, do not reach the test center too early. That is the mistake most test candidates make. Trust me, waiting is tiring. Waiting is exhausting. So when you are at the test center, you're done with your all that biometric thing, or whatever it is. If you keep sitting in that chair for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, it is going to exhaust you guys. It is going to frustrate you. So do not plan. If you reach the test center too early, the worse it is going to get. So do not reach the test center too early. That is important. Maybe just 45 minutes before the scheduled time. That is ideal. So plan it accordingly. Just reach 45 minutes prior to the exam. Okay. Next thing, guys. One last thing, one last piece of advice, and probably many of you uh, will find it helpful on Sunday. If your mind goes blank, you start with the verbal section, you're reading the passage, you read 2, 3 lines, you reread them, but you're not able to make any sense of it because you're freaking out, you're anxious. Do not try too hard. Do not try harder. It is not going to help. Just take a moment, take 1 minute, close your eyes, just take 1 minute, let it pass. Take 1 minute, bait your breath, catch your breath, inhale. It helps. It really helps. It might sound cliched or it might sound, unhelpful or unconventional or not helpful, whatever, but it does help in practice. So close your eyes for 1 minute, inhale, and consciously tell yourself it is just a common sense test. Of course, I can do it. It is just a common sense test, a test of my common sense, test of common sense. Of course, I can do it. It is going to help you a lot. So, guys, these, I think, instructions or this is my 2 cents for the last day and the exam day. Hope you enjoyed this journey with the verbal mentor. This is Parik Jain, your verbal mentor. This is it for CAT 2020. All the best, guys. Just remember, marks or your score on any particular test is never going to make you the next Bill Gates or Zuckerberg or Ambani. You're not, remember, you're not going to do it for your parents because they have expectations from you. No, you're not going to do it for them. You're not going to do it because your friends have expectations. You are going to do it for yourself. And MBA, getting into a good B school, scoring well on this CAT exam is just one milestone to reach where you want to reach in life. And it is completely possible that even if you do not reach this milestone, you will still reach where you want to reach. It is just one milestone. It is just one path to success. It is not the only path to success. Remember that. And approach this exam as if it were just another practice assignment. Do not treat it as a mock test or the actual CAT test. No. Approach the test as if it were another practice assignment, guys. This is it. Tariq Jain, the Verbal Mentor, signing off. All the best, guys. Bye-bye.